Alright guys, today's lesson we're going to talk about how to get rid of early extension. I'm going to give you a couple of really awesome drills that are going to help with that. But before we get started, if you've not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button. There's a bell button next door. Click on that. You'll get a notification every time I release a new video. So welcome aboard. My name is Andrew Emery at Andrew Emery Golf. I am down here in Charleston, South Carolina at the links at Stono Ferry, doing lots of immersions. I really appreciate the support on YouTube. It's been a lot of fun. I got people flying in from all over the United States for my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful for the support. I really appreciate it. Just wanted a thumbs up and thank you all for that. So early extension, an absolute nightmare. No question the body is supposed to stay out of the way of the arms, and for so many of you that's not the case, right? We drive the body, the arms get stuck, we've got no choice but to defer to the hands. We're trying to create some space, guys, like a pocket, if you like, is a good way of looking at it, so the arms can swing freely in front of you. We want to try and keep the arms in front of the body. How are we going to keep the arms in front of the body if the body is moving ahead of the arms? The arms are obviously going to be behind the body, which causes all sorts of challenges. So when it comes to early extension, I'd be remiss if I didn't discuss posture and the way you stand to the golf ball. I can give you a couple great drills here in a second, but if you stand to the golf ball primarily too far from the golf ball, I see very few people standing too close to it. It's going to place your hips too far behind your heels, and it's going to place your arms out on the opposite side of your toes too much, okay? What we're looking to do here is find some balance. There's a line that's formed between the back of the arms, knees, balls of the feet. If you look in a mirror here, if I just put this underneath my armpit, I'm looking to align my armpit essentially with my knees and the balls of the feet. I want to be in an athletic ready position where I'm pitched forward, but at the same time I'm not sticking my butt out, all right? Because so many of you get in here and the first thing you do is stick your butt out, which essentially locks up your pelvis, okay? So what we want to make sure we do, guys, is we never want to have our butt too far behind the heels at a dress, okay? Just a little bit, maybe even a club head, all right, behind the heels is okay with the butt, all right? What we do not want to do here is sit back this way, all right, which is what I see all the time. So what are the two drills? The two drills are very simple. The first one is what we call a reverse step drill, all right? And a reverse step drill, we've heard of step drills before, is we're actually stepping back, okay? We hit and we step back as we hit the next one. We step back as we hit the next one. Now, there's this gentleman by the name of Sir Isaac Newton. I'd like to thank him for formalizing the laws of motion, including the concept of inertia. Simply put, it's very hard to change direction when speed is applied to mass in a given direction. So that's a good thing, right? But it's also a bad thing, because if that direction is forward, what that means is it's very difficult to move this mass back and change direction once it gets started. So why don't we use those laws by having us move in this direction as we start our downswing? So I know a lot of people are used to kind of coming in and maybe hitting balls this way and walking up and down. That's a pretty good drill. The challenge we've got, guys, if I do that drill, if I hit one, you'll notice I'm moving forward towards the next golf ball. Again, laws of inertia not really working particularly well for us if we do that. So what I want you to do, I want you to set up to the first one. Make sure that you've got good posture here. Don't get sitting back on your heels too much. All right, so I feel like I'm just barely bent forward, and I want you to hit like a little half swing, all right? And as you go through, what I'm looking to do on the next one is the club goes back. I don't want you just to step forward. As the club goes back, I want you to step back, okay? From face on, essentially it looks like that. All right, now the good news with that, if my foot is working back, my pelvis, guys, is moving behind me as my arms swing down. I'll say that again. My pelvis is moving behind me. If my pelvis is moving behind me, I'm using inertia the correct way for a golf swing. I don't want my pelvis, guys, moving out in front of me, because again, if I do that, my arms are going to get jammed. And when my arms get jammed, I'm going to have to defer too much to my hands. And that is not what we're looking for. So let's hit these two. It's going to take a bit of practice, just like all things. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit this one and then go back, and here it is. All right, so when I took that second step, you could see as I stepped, I had lots and lots of room for my arms. So reverse step drill number 1, practice without a ball. Make sure when you're making those steps, you're not making giant steps, okay? It's just a little swing. Can you see what I just did? It's all it is. Take it back, little step, and then swing through. Okay, next drill, right foot back drill. Okay, right foot back drill. Same principle. Right foot back drill, all right, keeps that right hip from driving out towards the golf ball. Okay, so all we're going to do here is take our normal setup, make sure I'm not back on my heels here, drop my right foot behind me, and what I'm looking to do, guys, when I change direction is maintain this position with my pelvis. My trail, hip, and shoulder should feel like they stay back. So many of you are transition spinning essentially and driving yourself out towards the ball early. You can see the effect that has on my spine angle. Can you see what's happening? So this drill does really, really well in allowing you to naturally sink into your left side. All right, it's like a little diagonal sinking motion is what we're actually looking for. So with your trail foot back, you can see it provides a huge pocket back here for my arms to work down. I almost feel like I've got room to sink into it a little bit. It's the opposite to driving up and out. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit one with that right foot back, making sure my pelvis isn't way behind me. Little bit of bend forward from my hips. Okay, arms hanging down, and we're going to do the same thing. All right, and the one thing I can tell you I feel there is I feel like my left glute is engaged. All right, I feel a little stretch. I feel some length in this left glute. I'm going to do it from this angle, right foot back. If you extend and move towards the golf ball, you're going to feel nothing over here. Nothing, okay? If you keep your pelvis behind you, you feel that sinking movement. What you're going to feel here is some tension, what I call dynamic tension, okay? Because you're loading into it, all right? You're not moving it forward. So that gives you tremendous feedback because that's what we're looking to feel when we swing through a golf ball, guys, okay? What we don't want to be doing is moving in. We've got to maintain the depth in the pelvis. So try those 2 drills. Let me know your thoughts. Go ahead and send a message. Certainly always answer my messages. If you feel like this could help someone, go ahead and share. And I really appreciate you tuning in and watching my channel. Again, very grateful for the support, and we'll catch up with you next time. No more early extending. See you then.